Agent Romanoff. You miss me?
Oh yeah, Charles, we got ourselves an X-Men fan.
Captain.
Your Highness.
Captain, big fan, Spider-Man. Hey everyone.
Hey guys, and welcome to Filmartsy, your #1 source for all things films and movies. My name is Elijah, and if you're a fan of the Marvel Cinematic Universe and you're a fan of Spider-Man, there is some really interesting things that are starting to kind of be revealed, especially now that it appears that Sony and Marvel are kind of working a little bit together, or working better together, and we're talking about the Sony and Disney Marvel. But of course, before we jump further into this, we wanted to go ahead and give a huge shout out to the Dirt House for getting our Marvel Monday question correct. Now, if you guys didn't know, on our community page on YouTube, we ask a challenging question relating to Marvel every single Monday. So if you want to participate, make sure you guys are subscribed here and check back on our main page on Monday for your Marvel Monday question, and you will have a chance of having your answer featured on our channel. All right, let's get back into it. But it sounds like from various interviews and sources along the way that as of just a few months ago, plans were very different, and it seemed like Sony had their own plan as to what they were going to do with Spider-Man to kind of transition him out of the MCU, and they had an idea of how they were not only going to do that, but maybe this is a backup plan they have for down the road if other plans fall through. Now, this information is probably pretty accurate considering the source on this is actually Tom Holland himself. Now, he didn't go into too much detail, but he did go in to say that the future with Spider-Man in general alongside Sony is really bright, and they had a lot of wonderful ideas on how they could transition into a Spider-Man without the MCU. He also went on to say that the team behind Spider-Man had some really great ideas on how they were going to tell stories that are alongside the caliber of what is important for a Spider-Man movie. Now, what's really interesting though is the fact that Tom Holland here is talking so highly about the what if scenario that could have become had this deal with Disney and Sony hadn't ended up going through. Now, we also know from other interviews that Tom Holland had drunkenly called Bob Iger, who was in charge of Disney at the time, and practically convinced him to make some sort of deal between the Marvel Cinematic Universe with Marvel and with Sony to work out. However, it is really interesting to think about what was going on in Sony's head and what continues to go on in the background and what they're thinking about as residual plans if they can't come up with something in the future. Now, as of now, we know that Spider-Man and probably the Marvel Cinematic Universe exists alongside Morbius and likely Venom as well, but it did also seem like there was the possibility of them pivoting away. Now, we don't know exact details on how they would bring a character like Spider-Man and pivot him over into a universe that he wasn't established in, but ultimately we still think the fact that they were able to make the deal work is a really good thing. However, at this point in Marvel and Spider-Man's story, we really hope that they continue though to fully invest in Spider-Man's character and start putting him in some really epic storylines he's involved in, where he's kind of this very integral, important character, and maybe not so much as like a secondary Avenger like he's been so far, because we feel like the character development he's gone through makes sense for him to really step up and have to deal with some really big threats in the future, and that's something we're really excited about. But we wanted to turn it around to you guys. What do you guys think about all of this? Do you think that it would have been interesting to see what Sony would have done had they not made the deal with Disney, and what Spider-Man would have been like not in the MCU? Let us know what you're thinking in the comments down below. Be sure to subscribe and notifications on for more videos like this, and we'll see you all next time with a brand new video. Bye guys.
Talking?
I'm about to.
Hi everybody.
Hey everybody, how you doing?
Hi.
See you guys.
Know anybody?